Welcome back to the Life of a Fit Pro podcast. I'm your Fit Pro, Aundra Anderson, getting ready to celebrate 17 years in the fitness profession. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. We are almost a legal adult. Let that sink in. All right, so this is part 2 of a special series. So, in addition to celebrating 17 years in the fitness profession, I am also celebrating 40 years on this earth in this present form because I do believe that I have lived a past life. But that's a topic for another day. So we have our 40 for 40. So I'm sharing 40 different lessons that I've learned and pairing it with a coaching question because I'm giving like that. I wanted this to be a reflection series, but also a gift, something to share, something to think about, something to give you some pause and reflection. So if you haven't listened to last week's, go take a listen to that. It honestly doesn't matter which of these parts you listen to in person. I did try to group the different lessons by categories. So last week we focused on discipline, growth, and becoming this sort of like foundation. So I shared 7 different lessons that related to those topics. And this week I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lessons. 6 lessons. And I'm calling this confidence, boundaries, and self-worth. Good topics. Okay. Gonna be honest. These are lessons that are still in progress and take time, right? I'm going into the end of my 4 day. How does that work? So it will be the beginning of my 5th decade. Whoa. When you think about it that way, 40 sounds different. Going into my 5th decade in this present form. And these are confidence, boundaries, and self-worth. These are things that take time, take practice, take a lot of failing, take a lot of, ooh, should I have said that? Ooh, should I have done that moments? And it still happens. Still happens. Okay. So listen, if you have ever had imposter syndrome or questioned your worth or questioned how to set up boundaries or struggled with creation of boundaries or that feeling of like guilt, this is for you. This is for you. This is for us. Okay. Number 1. We've got 6 of these today. Boundaries are a form of self-respect, not rejection. Self-respect, not rejection. So when you say no, that's okay. Because you are the only one that's protecting you. You're the only one that understands your moment, your presence, your ideas. You're the only one that understands what that boundary could mean for you. And it's okay. It's okay to say no, even if in the past you've said yes. Even if you feel like, if I was like really honest with myself, I do have time to volunteer. I just don't want to right now. That's okay. That's okay. It's not your moment. There will be another moment. Believe me, believe me. All of the things that I said yes to for free in my fitness profession, in the infancy of my fitness profession, I'm like, I really wish I wouldn't because that then set a precedent for those organizations. And I'm now like not able to work with those organizations because they expect it to be free. So it's not for me. But boundaries are okay. Boundaries are okay. And the question I'm pairing with that is, this is hard. What boundary do you need to set or reinforce right now, today? Because there's one, if not more. There is one that needs to be set or reinforced because it's important to you. And while we're on that topic, okay, boundaries are allowed to be revised at any given moment. You are the decider of that. Boundaries are allowed to be revised. So not only are they a form of respect, not rejection, they're allowed to be revised. You ready for the next one? Me too. Surprisingly, this topic probably gets the most views anytime I share a podcast, a video, a statement, anything. This one word like triggers the most. in a good way. Confidence is built through action, not waiting. The word is confidence. Anytime I mention the word confidence, it's like views go up, comments go up, likes go up. People want to know and talk about confidence. So I love that. That's one of my favorite topics to talk about. Confidence can be learned too. You can fake it, sort of. That's another topic for another day. But confidence is built through action, not waiting. You're not going to boost your confidence or build your confidence by just thinking about doing something. You're going to build and boost your confidence by doing something. And sometimes that means you fail. You can do something and it doesn't go well. But then you're like, okay, I'm confident that that didn't work. I am confident that I have a new idea, I can see a new pathway. Like I tried that. I thought that was going to work. But you know what? Next time I'm going to try it this way. And that's amazing. Confidence is built a lot of times through failure lessons. And that's okay. That's okay. My question I'm pairing with that is, get real. What action have you been delaying that could build your confidence? Because there's an idea that only your brain has had. And maybe if you open, like for me, I have this whole list of, I call it all the small plans. I have, oh my gosh, just looking really quickly, there's probably 27 ideas that I haven't like pressed go on yet. They're just sitting here. They're just sitting here. And I can't build confidence in them until I do the thing. So, what action have you been delaying that could build your confidence? There's something there. There's something there. The next one, you do not need permission to take up space. Do not dull your sparkle. Do not pull yourself into a ball. Do not push yourself into the corner unless you like corners. Corners can be fun, like in the right setting, and if you're the one that is asking for it. But you don't have to ask permission to take up space. And if nobody's providing you a seat at the table or nobody's inviting you to take up that space, like push in yourself, or maybe that's a signal to you that that's the wrong space to be in and you want to go take up space somewhere else. But you're allowed to be there. And this is so true. I mean, in all professions, but I'm thinking specifically of the fitness profession. So I'll have individuals, honestly, usually clients, who are hoping to become a fitness instructor or a professional, and they'll say things like, oh, but that's already been done, or it's so saturated. We have so much of that in our area. Yeah, but I mean, look at other industries, okay? There's a Starbucks on every corner in some places. There's a Dunkin' on every corner in some places, and they're all still doing business. Why do you think that is? Because there are so many people in this world that are waiting for you to take that action and take that step. They are waiting for you to do the thing so they can become your best client. And I don't care if you feel like it's saturated already and everybody already offers it. People stop offering, right? I persisted in Zumba and became the Zumba instructor in the area because I kept doing it and everybody kept falling off or moving away. Keep showing up if it's really important to you and wiggle yourself in. You don't need permission. You don't need to be like, well, if I could just, if I really wanted to teach body pump at that, I'm using this because this is a real example. I really want to teach body pump at this particular facility that gives it away. But there's so many people that already offer it, and I'm just afraid that they're not going to give me a spot. Okay, so learn and take up the space anyway. And if they're still being mean girls about it, go teach it somewhere else. Somewhere else will be very glad to have you. So you don't need permission to take up space. All right, so the question I'm pairing with that is, where are you shrinking yourself and why? Don't do it. You don't need to shrink yourself. You have permission to take up space. Here it is, granted. All right, the next one, you don't have to prove your worth. You already have it. That one's pretty similar to the shrinking thing, but it's the imposter syndrome thing for me. So I kept thinking if I get more credentials, if I am the most credentialed fitness instructor, I'll have like the biggest contracts and be the most hired. No. There are people that are offering fitness that have no credentials and they're making more money than me. And that not that that's like the ultimate end goal, but like you can tell yourself till the end of time that you need more to prove your worth, but there are people out there that are getting more and doing more and owning it, and they have a lot less than you. And maybe they don't even have the experience or the credentials, but they're still doing it because they're just, why not? Why not? I'm worthy. Somebody can listen to me. Let's go. I saw a post that was like, on Instagram, and I wish I knew who it was, but this person who was a nurse and has become an interior designer because that's like their true passion, but they went to school for nursing, their experience is in nursing, and now they're asking like for these huge contracts to design people's kitchens. And there was a client that was like, I want to know your experience and your credentials, and they're like, yeah, so I'm a nurse. I just have a real passion and interest in this, and I'm going to give it my absolute all. So I don't know, it's just like don't waste time trying to build credentials that are probably unnecessary. If I would have known, so if you're watching this, I have my personal training certificate in the background. If I would have known that all I needed was that to get started, like that would have saved me a lot of time and money. I mean, that was not cheap. It's not cheap. You have to keep it up too. And it took time to learn and it took time to pass, but if I knew that that's the only piece of paper that I needed to do the things that I do, like, what? What? I would have done it a long time ago. I only did it 6 years ago. I would have done it a lot longer ago than that. So, yeah, you don't have to prove your worth. You already have it. If you have the interest and you have the passion, you're already worthy. Keep moving. So my question that I'm pairing with that is, where are you still seeking validation? That's an important question to ask. And also, like, what's that about? What's that about? And if you are just joining and you didn't listen to the first part of the series, I'm pairing each of these with a coaching question because I'm also a life and success and engagement coach. And it's caused me to become really super curious about the world around me. And anytime that I have like a struggle or a pain point or, something that really I can't get out of my head, I'm curious about it now. And I ask questions about it because that usually leads to a solution or an action or something that I can move forward with. And that could be really helpful for you too. So I'd love to chat with you about that. All right, where are we? We have 2 more. Wow, we're breezing through these. Okay. This, if any of these 40 were the golden child, this would be it. This is probably my favorite piece of advice, my favorite lesson that I've learned in my 40 years. You are allowed to change your mind as many times as you want. You are allowed to change your mind. You can be so passionate and insistent and persistent on a particular opinion or idea. And when you learn better, you can change it. And that's okay. You're allowed to do that. You are allowed to change your mind. Even if, similar to the boundaries, like even if you had said no before and you want to say yes now, or even if you did say yes before and you want to say no now, that's okay. And I think this is where a lot of people, especially people that I've coached, feel stuck because they're like, well, I have always XYZ, or that's just the way it is, or that's how things get done, or that's how things are done. No, you you can think differently. You can change your mind on it. You're allowed to do that. That's okay. And you don't need like a formal Facebook post that declares that you've changed your mind. You can just do it. You can just do it. There it is. That might have given away my age, the Facebook post. Are we still posting on Facebook? No? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Question I'm pairing with that is, what belief or decision are you ready to revisit? Take some time with that one. Take some time with that one. There's probably something that is like glaring and like staring you right in your face of something that you really do want to change. But maybe you also don't know what you don't want to change, but you are allowed to change your mind. I hope that feels freeing. It makes me feel so free. Makes me feel so free. I think particularly in the professional world, like I said, like I thought 18, ooh, 18 years ago, 19 years ago. Let me take care of that. 19 years ago, when I first got into the higher education profession, I was going to change higher education and I was going to be at the top. I was going to be a leader. I was going to do all those things. And somewhere along the way, I changed my mind. And I kept going through the motions thinking like, no, but I've already put in so much time, like 2 decades worth of time. Like I should keep going with this. No, I'm changing my mind. I've changed my mind. Now it's just a job. Okay. And the last one, you can hold yourself accountable with compassion. So you don't have to beat yourself up when you feel like you've done something wrong. And listen, I'm here to tell you that you will continue to do wrong things. That is just life. And sometimes you'll continue to make the same mistake a lot. And I found that change really happens when I'm compassionate about that. So I get into situations where I just say what I think, and like some people don't like that. I've learned to remove myself from those rooms, but uh, sometimes it gets you into a little bit of trouble with people because it's stuff that it's true, but they don't want to hear it, and maybe it's a little mean. But I'll always leave a conversation like, oh, should have said that or shouldn't have said it that way. You're so like, no, you're so wrong. You're so bad, XYZ. But now with coaching, I've learned a little more self-compassion and being curious. Okay, what was that about? What was the reason for that? How might you have handled that differently? And I found that little bit of compassion can make all the difference in how you approach the situation the next time, even if it means just totally removing yourself from it. But you can hold yourself accountable with compassion. You don't have to beat yourself up when you make a mistake because you're going to make mistakes. Like it's inevitable. You're going to make a mistake. All right. So, my question for this one is how can you be both honest and kind to yourself? You deserve both. You deserve to be honest with yourself, and you also deserve to be kind with yourself. Treat yourself the way you would treat your best friend, right? Because you are your best friend. You wouldn't be mean to them. I don't know your relationship. Maybe you would. Be honest with yourself. Like, ooh, that was a mistake. Should not do that again. But be kind. What was the reasoning for that? What could have made that better? What could have made that different? Those kinds of questions. Be curious about it. Be kind about it. You don't have to beat yourself up. Okay, 6 more. So we're 13 down, a lot more to go, 27 to go, a few more episodes of this. I wanted to break them down because 40 is a lot. 40 is a lot. And, looking at these confidence, boundaries, self-worth, confidence isn't something that you find. It's something that you build. And boundaries are how you protect this house. It's funny because I've got Under Armour on. Boundaries are how you protect the confidence and the things that you build. So a few things like as you continue to move through this week, asking where do I need to show up differently for myself? That's a big message. So too long didn't read. Where do I need to show up differently for myself? Yeah. Next time we're going to shift into more mindset and perspective, which are really hard to sit with, but really, ooh, if you can stomach it and you can sit with it, that's where change is going to happen. This sets up the change. Mindset and perspective is where the change is going to happen. This has been so much fun, this journey of 40 lessons for 40 years. I am just having such a ball sharing it. And reminder, I will also, if you're more of a words person, I will put this on the Secret Life of a Fit Pro blog so you can look at it. I've actually been doing a different lesson for every day. So I started it when it was exactly 40 days for my birthday. So there will be one for every day. So go check that out. There's a new one every day with a little story. And you'll also find a link for a free 30-minute life coaching session. So check that out as well if you're interested and curious about some of these questions and going through it for yourself. And I guess that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining the Life of a Fit Pro podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out the blog component, The Secret Life of a Fit Pro, and I will see you for Tuesday tea. Bye.